to battle that one off, and then she'll send that one the length of the ice for an icing call. 14 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in the first. We still have a 0-0 hockey game. I spoke about Concordia a little bit earlier in the show, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful program that Julie Chu has been able to put together through the years as Garreau tries to cut, and it's kept in by Vi and Mitchell.
You apologize for the audio issues?
Yeah. And we're just sorry if there's any audio issues on this broadcast. We'll hope to get that one repaired very quickly as Bouchard is in over the line being harassed by Bechera. Bechera's been all over the place early on in this one. Here's Gabou Perron, standout from last year. Daudelin, hard shot, never got through, blocked by Bethann Wilson. Scramble forward and comes to the stick of Eunice Thibault. Thibault only as far as Daudelin, but that one cross-ice to Doherty. Pym tries to send it on net, battle to the corner by the GGs. Pym hard on it, but it's interrupted by Daudelin. And a calm play to find Bouchard. A little bit of time, GG stuck in their own zone, and Bouchard will ice this puck looking for Gabou Perron. And we'll come all the way back down. And I was just speaking about Concordia. They're 9-0-1 through their first 10 games this season, undefeated in 2019. And they came into last season actually #1 rated in the country. It's the first time this century that Concordia came in #1 in the country. They disappointed last year, but seemed to be worth their money this year, as we mentioned, undefeated in regulation. The only team to beat them this season, these Carleton Ravens. Wooters battles that one to the point, and there's Andrews. Andrews over to Kolika, and Vi leaves it for Bouchard. The GG's able to get out of trouble once again. A nice move by Gabou Perron in her own zone, a dangerous one, but she's able to get that one out to center. And here come the Ravens once again. Dino Witzer had the stick poked off her hand, and an early opportunity there. Wooters couldn't slide it in past a down and out Dubuque. Cross ice looking for McNeil, and that one a muffin on net on the backhand, and Dubuque will freeze up. It was a good chance early on right there for the Carleton Ravens, their first real opportunity of the game. Just Carly Wooters could not slide it past Dubuque, who was down and out, sliding over in desperation. It was blocked by Gigi in front. Wilson in to take the draw, and she'll lose out. And here comes Aubin. Aubin, Filion, and Garreau, the three big-name recruits for the University of Ottawa. As that one sent on by Bouillon, got a deflection on the way through. I believe that was Clavel, another one of the many recruits for the University of Ottawa this season. It was a strong save by Cote. Overhandling the puck now in their own defensive zone is the University of Ottawa, as Carleton settles back onto that one. No real movement there in their own zone as Burkby breaks out to center. She gets a couple of whacks there from Megan Wilson, but she'll turn up and just send that one deep. She had Filion. Filion now being harassed by Bethann Wilson, as Joanne tries to catch that one, and it's collected now by Megan Wilson. Bouillon over to collect it for Carleton. She sends it cross ice under the heavy check of Drouin, looking to make her mark back in this one. After a lengthy absence, the University of Ottawa just played shorthanded for a couple of games come the end of the year, and they really looked tired, and that one would fade in the third period, which is something that Chelsea girls really must have worked hard on her team over the break to keep them in fine physical form. Is that one miscommunication there as Drouin was heading off, but here's Daudelin. Just a dump into the corner. As a miscommunication once again from Carleton. Causes some havoc, but they settle back on it now. Bethann Wilson flips that one forward, and they'll say that one hit the protective mesh here, and we'll get a whistle here just about halfway through the first period. Carleton has the worst defense in the division, and it's been a big part of their struggles over the years. They lost their very important goaltender in Catherine Steele last season, a goaltender who was steady in the pipes. And for a long time in this division, we talked about goaltending and how important it was. And we had the likes of Catherine Purchase, and even here at the University of Ottawa, Stiller netminder graduating last year. As this one's battled once again, Leah Scott shadowing Melody Bouchard, and Scott is able to send it the distance. And actually, Wilson took a penalty on that pass play, I'm sorry. And the GGs are on the power play. Bouillon now moves it up to Gabou Perron as the GGs try and establish the zone. Here's Bouchard trying to cut right into the middle. She can't, but Gabou Perron finds a puck sitting just in the slot and slides that one wide. Off the stick of Garreau, and Waugh is able to keep it in. Harassed quickly there by Leah Scott, who's over to get it, but can't send that one out of the zone. And here's Bouchard. Bouchard! Nice little saucer pass trying to find Gabou Perron. Her deflection just goes wide. That's 2 chances now on this power play for Gabou Perron. That one, another puck looking for that pass by Waugh. Melody Bouchard goes to work behind the net. She tries to center it. It's in the feet of Mitchell. And only to the line now. Bouchard on the far side. And here's Waugh. Waugh into the corner, being shadowed by a couple of Ravens. And here's Bouchard. She sends it on net, blocked on its way through. And the GGs come back with the puck once again. Bouchard looking for Garreau at the top. She tried to step into it, fanned on that one, lost the puck. And here's Leah Scott, who will send that the distance with 25 seconds left to go on the University of Ottawa power play. Here's Daudelin trying to chip it forward to Filion. It's intercepted by Bechera. 5 seconds left, and the GG's not in the zone, so that'll just about do their first power play opportunity of the year 2020. That pass just skips over the stick of Kaya Vai. Her low shot missed by Filion on the deflection and goes wide. Here's Jenna Moret. Cut off by University of Ottawa GG, and they dump that puck in. Cote out to reach it. Takes a funny bounce off the boards, and Carleton is going to go back to the penalty kill. Body contact. Kaya Vai dumping the puck in was hit hard by Carly Wooters. And the GGs with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left to go back to the power play. Undisciplined from Carleton in the first, and we mentioned they currently have the worst defense in the league. They can't give up one early, and the indiscipline isn't going to help them. Chelsea Girls, riding her top unit hard. Here's Melody Bouchard out once again. Daudelin leaves it off for Bouchard, and out once again is Leah Scott to harass her. Low shot handled easily by Cote, and Scott will send that one the distance. 8 minutes left to go in the first period, 1:40 on the Wooters body contact penalty. Vi fans on that puck looking for Daudelin, and on second opportunity, it's interrupted by the Ravens and sent back down the ice once again by Bechera, and the GGs will reset. Good good forechecking by the Carleton Ravens as the puck is just sitting in the corner. Miscommunication here from the University of Ottawa, and it's been a shaky start to the year 2020 for Ottawa. As that one finally stretched up, and here's Garreau. She has Gabou Perron with her, a 2-on-2 developing, but the Ravens get back, and here's Daudelin. The GGs have the zone. Garreau over to Bouillon. Leaves it for Bouchard. She mishandles it, but it works out. Bouillon looks up. Daudelin takes her time with it until moving it back to her defensive partner. Deflected on and out. Down is Cote. A scramble in front. That puck just sitting in the slot. Cote was down on her backside, and the GGs can't capitalize. Garreau's going to try and catch the Carleton Ravens napping as a long stretch pass by DeBook. And that one taken out, and the GG's going to go to 5-on-3 penalty for 18 seconds. So all kinds of havoc. A smart pass there by DeBook to send the pass right up to Garreau, who was pinching, and the Ravens got caught in a change, and it'll cost them. Tripping penalty to Megan Wilson, and 8 and 7 in the box now for Carleton with 6 minutes left to go in this period. 18 seconds of 5-on-3 play for the University of Ottawa. Drouin in to take this one. And a scramble draw is won by the University of Ottawa. So Melina Waugh will get this power play set up. The quarterback fakes her shot, moves it over to Bouillon. Bouillon steps into that one, and it's always going wide. Drouin over to pick it up as Wooter steps out of the box. She'll jump to the bench, and the ever-present penalty killer, Leah Scott, onto the ice. That one, a muffin by Waugh, is easily seen through a crowd by Cote and frozen up. University of Ottawa 0-2 on the power play so far tonight. They've got 3 opportunities, including a minute 36 left to go. They've had the puck for large stretches, but haven't really generated much on net. The only opportunity, the one where Cote was down and out, but that puck just sitting out of reach of any University of Ottawa GG until it was sent down the ice. Here's Drouin. New year for Drouin. Missed most of last year. As she sends that one on, it's sitting back post. Can't be slid in as the whistle still hasn't gone, and it finally goes. Dodlan, it snuck all the way down. Heads up play by Drouin to find her, but just can't slide it into the back of the net. Taken on the backhand, wasn't finished first time, and allowed Cote to get over. A good chance for the University of Ottawa as they've come on stronger in the back half of this period. 5 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in a very fast-paced first period in the nation's capital. Big credit has to go to Bashara and Leah Scott for this game staying goalless as this face-off won by the University of Ottawa. Juan Drouin playing game of catch. And Drouin gloved by Cote and frozen. As I mentioned, Cote took over in between the pipes on November 15th. Before that, it was Alexandra Lemay, the backup goalie tonight, who was in between the pipes. And Cote, after that, has been in between the pipes for Carleton as they've really trying to replace Steele. Puck being moved around the outside by the University of Ottawa. Very little movement on this power play as they get it back to the point. Waugh trying just to send that one to the corner to get things shaken up once again. Here's McLean. And out of the reach of Waugh is a good stick there by Dino Vitzer. Got that puck out to center. 20 seconds left to go on the Megan Wilson tripping penalty as the GG try and get back into the zone. Here's Dodlan. Has Magagi with her, but McLean was offside. 13 seconds left to go on the Megan Wilson tripping penalty. Carleton have played every game in their past 6 tight. The past 6 games have only been separated by 1 goal in either direction. And they'll look to play a tight game here once again as the score still knotted up at 0s as Clavel breaks through the line. Looking back post to Jade Todd. And Todd engaged in a board battle as the Wilson penalty expires. And Merrick is able to slide it to Leah Scott. She looked up trying to find Mitchell, but that puck comes out to center. Clavel back over the line now for the University of Ottawa. Intercepted by Mitchell, and she'll start up. On one cross ice to Nicole McNeil, Sydney, Nova Scotia native. And Devin sends that one deep for the University of Ottawa, who were completing a change. Back come Carleton until that puck turned over. Carleton have really struggled to get that puck into the University of Ottawa's offensive zone. A lot of wayward stretch passes being intercepted by the GGs, but bailed out once again by Cote with a good glove save. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the first period. Garreau will take a shot, and it's blocked on its way through. Tremblay and Garreau battle for it, and Tremblay emerges with the puck. flicked out to center, and here's Bouillon. Forgets the puck and slows everything down as it was a 2-on-2 for a quick moment. She stops up and finds Kolika. And Gabou-Perron back on it for the University of Ottawa. She tries a couple of fancy moves, but loses her footing in the process, only sending that one into the corner. Tremblay moves it up to Andrews as the Ravens try and head back the other way. Andrews slides it back over to her defensive partner. And looking up for Megan Wilson, it was out of her reach, and icing waved off on the near side by the official as they say play on. Wayward pass finds Merrick, Claire Merrick. It's really been a back and forth hockey game, neither team really being able to dominate possession. Those 3 power plays gave the only opportunities for the University of Ottawa, and that one, a play really out of nothing. It was a hard-working play, and the Carleton Ravens score first. Gigi's look shell-shocked, and that one, just a hard-working play by Claire Merrick. A veteran knows she's just got to stay with it, and a turnover in the defensive zone by the University of Ottawa. And the Ravens strike first. That one looked like it surprised Dubuque. And the Ravens up 1-0. The worst offense in the division gets their 20th goal of the season in 2020. So all 20s for the Ravens as they lead 1-0. Dina Vitzer is the Ravens back in on the attack. A long shot there by Carly Wooters, smothered by Dubuque. It was Melina Waugh who turned the puck over, just got her pocket picked, and Merrick was the beneficiary. Dosu wins that face-off, and she's back on the puck now. There's McGaughey. Megan McGaughey sends that puck in deep, and McLean will chase. Beth Ann Wilson looks up, trying to find Carly Wooters, and she will. Wilson goes right to the net, and Wooters tries a high shot on Dubuque, but she's able to stay with that one, and it's picked up once again by the Ravens. McNeil. Intercepted by the GGs, and only as far as center until McNeil will send that one back down. McNeil took on McLean, and McNeil won. Saucer pass cross ice to Aubin. She has no support, and it's intercepted by Tremblay. Poked forward by Clavel, and here's Aubin. Aubin has a step, tried to move in across Semkowski when she probably should have just tried to take a shot. She had an open lane to the net, tried to get a little fancy, and turn the puck over. Minute 20 seconds left to go as that's Krasinski back on the puck at center. And Aubin will send it in deep. Todd, first one there as the GGs establish possession. Clavel tries to center it. And Bouillon will let her goalkeeper freeze this one up with 1:11 on the clock. Player to watch out for, Melody Bouchard. As we mentioned, 94 points currently in her U Sports career, 6 away from 100. She hasn't scored in her last 2. The goal scorer pinned in there by Gabou-Perron. So Gigi's trying to establish the puck. We have 1 minute left to go in the first period here. The Ravens leading this one 1-0. That one off a Claire Merrick shot in the slot. It really surprised Dubuque, and up in over her glove. Bouchard tried to circle the net looking for Garreau in front. Wow, low shot. Here's Melody Bouchard once again cutting across. She'll take a shot off the blocker of Cote. Bouillon battling in, sends it to Garreau. Garreau back over to Bouillon. Bouillon tries to center it. Intercepted on its way through by Kolika. And a foot race now. Mitchell will beat out War. No, they won't. They'll blow for icing. And with 23 seconds, this faceoff comes all the way back down. A tired group of Ravens out there. And out comes the third line for the University of Ottawa. An altered third line with Fillon, Drouin, and Birkby. This one an important face-off as the GGs will look to establish possession, and the ever-reliable Alex Drouin will win it. Here's Fillon leading all rookies in scoring. That one blocked by Merrick. Merrick's been all over the place, the fifth-year for the Carleton Ravens. Harassed by a couple of GGs, and that puck won back by Phil Yon. She moves it over to Kaya Vai of the Northwest Territories. Vai will send that one right in to the logo of Marie-Yves Cote, and frozen up with 2 seconds left to go. GG's trying to get every advantage they have. They'll bring Dubuque to the bench as they'll try and get a one-timer off for Melody Bouchard. And with 2 seconds left to go in this period, they need a quick win. That one tied up on the draw. Nothing comes of it. Dodlang gets tangled up with the Raven, and the two go to the ice. Physicality we usually see between the two men's teams. Bring it over to the women's side, as that was Jenna Moret who was all tied up with her, but the two will get separated, and they'll head off to the benches. This one sitting at 1-0 for the Carleton Ravens. They drew first blood off a good back check there from Claire Merrick, picking the pocket of Waugh to get the first goal in this game. The University of Ottawa trail the Carleton Ravens 1-0. We'll be back in about 18 minutes' time for second period action at the Minto Sports Complex. Don't go anywhere. Check, check. Welcome back to the Minto Sports Complex for second period action between the University of Ottawa GGs and the Carleton Ravens. Surprise here is the fifth place Carleton Ravens currently lead the University of Ottawa 1-0. The goal scored by Claire Merrick. She picked the pocket of Melina Waugh as she was trying to break out of the zone and snipe that one on past Arielle Dubuc. And that's where this game sits. Dina Vitzer in to take the draw against Bouchard as we get ready to go for second period action here at the Minto Sports Complex. The aforementioned Melina Waugh will send this one deep as we get the period going. Once again, Gabou Perron, the ever-present forechecker, in on the forecheck. Unfortunately, losing out this time is cutting through center now is Dina Vitzer. Dina Vitzer, a native of Ottawa, Ontario, in her fifth year in U Sports. She's one of a number of players from the Carleton Ravens who will be graduating, a long-time veteran of this program. That one poked forward, a miscommunication once again between the University of Ottawa GGs as this one's battled out to center by Gabou Perron. Gabou Perron, one of the standouts from last year, as we already mentioned, for the University of Ottawa. In a year where a lot didn't go right for this program, was put with Melody Bouchard, her forward-checking valuable asset for Yannick Avola at the time, and now once again for Chelsea Grills. Here's Bouchard circling, sends that one into the corner for Garreau. And she'll cycle this one for Gabou Perron. Gabou Perron taking her time with it as that one's sent on net now by Olivier Devin. Playing her first game since October. Only her second game of the year. Krasinski gets to that puck to keep it in. Once again, Gabou Perron going to work, being harassed now by Bethann Wilson. University of Ottawa had their opportunities in the first period, just couldn't capitalize them. 3 power plays that went begging, including a 5-on-3 for 18 seconds. And here's the goal scorer. Merrick cutting through the zone, forced backwards by Krasinski, and a good defensive play by her with a new defensive partner in Olivier Devin, as I just mentioned. Another change for the University of Ottawa. Alex Drouin shifts back into that one, and Megan Wilson picked the pocket, and here comes Tremblay. Tremblay goes to the backhand, misses that one. A good defensive play there, or good positioning there by Dubuc to prevent even a shot on net there. Is a good interception there by Megan Wilson, sends Tremblay away. Ravens back on the attack now, as Kalika fails to keep that one in, though. Comes out to center. Touch pass tried by Tremblay, but only a turnover, as Fillon sends that one in. Fillon leading all rookies in points. She has 7 goals for herself. 7 goals, the other 3 points coming from assists. And there is Kolika trying to break out until she's disrupted by Dosu, who sends that puck deep. Dosu having a pretty good game for herself, has been influential when she's been on the ice, and she tries to take a shot there. Tremblay now at the end of a long shift trying to break out, being harassed by the ever-present McLean. Another one of those heavy forecheckers. 2 GG's forwards, though, got tangled between each other. Magagi was looking for a pass and finds Krasinski, though. Tremblay poking that one over to Bashara. Jordan Bashara, the St. Thomas, Ontario native, is able to get that one around the boards, and Aubin will take it out as the GGs look to get reset here. Here's Devin, being trusted with her second shift already in the second period. We only saw her 3 times in the first. Board battle ensues. Megan Wilson in to win that one for Carleton. Todd digging away at it for the University of Ottawa. This one comes to a standstill, and the refs will blow this one dead at 16 minutes and 10 seconds. As we mentioned, every game all of the last 6 games the Carleton Ravens have played has been separated only by 1 goal. The GGs come in losers of their last 2. What they need to get is Melody Bouchard scoring once again. She's gone 2 games without registering a point. In those 2 games, the University of Ottawa have lost 3-0 and 3-1. Stretch pass tried there by Simkowski. She was looking for Merrick. Couldn't find her, and that puck sent down by the GGs. Simkowski will get another opportunity to get it out of the zone. And Mitchell is closed off there by Clavel, but here's the captain, Leah Scott. Over the line, is stood up at the line by Kaya Vai, and for that she'll take a penalty, and Carleton go to the power play. We'll get an interference penalty on Kaya Vai. She didn't turn around, didn't try to play the puck, and just like that, the University of Ottawa go to the penalty kill for the first time tonight. Kaya Vai from Fort Smith in the Northwest Territories is only second player in the women's side of the RSEQ ever to play in this division. And she'll go off to serve it 2 minutes or less. Puck comes to Semkowski. Slide it over. It's blocked painfully by Bouillon. That was Dina Vitzer who was trying to get that puck through. Bouillon trying to kill off some precious seconds here on the penalty kill until it comes loose to Merrick. Merrick over to Bashara, who touch passes it over to Semkowski. That low shot always going wide. It was Katie Bouillon who was trying to tap that one on home. Drouin, a wayward pass as collects a wayward pass, and she'll send that puck down the ice. And the GGs kill off the first 45 seconds of the penalty to Kaya Vai. A lot of speed through the middle of the ice, and that one connects with Carly Wooters. She'll get that puck in deep and collect it. She moves it over to Bethann Wilson. Wilson tries a long shot from the point, but that one easily corralled there by Dubuc, and we'll get a face-off. 1 minute left to go in the Kaya Vai penalty. 14 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the second period. The GGs need one early. As I mentioned, the GGs have the second best offense in the division. Scoring hasn't been their issue. It's been keeping the puck out of the net. Given up 27 so far this year. Here's Filion breaking away shorthanded. Once again, trying to put the moves on. Megan Wilson can't. And collected in behind by Bethann Wilson. So Bethann Wilson and Megan Wilson both out for Carleton. Both of them wearing A's. A commentator's nightmare. This one collected once again by Filion. And she'll send that one back down. Bethann Wilson leaves that puck for Megan Wilson. It was Dodlan in deep, trying to pin that puck deep. And with 15 seconds left to go on the Kaya Vai penalty, as Bouchard sends this one the length of the ice, that'll just about do it. Good killing from both teams. No one yet to score on the power play. Both teams 0-4 on the night. Carleton 0-1. The GG's 0-3. That one sent long as Vi steps out of the box. That one miscontrolled by Doherty. And Pym now battling for it. She'll lose out, though, to Melody Bouchard, who has Megan McGaughey streaking through center, but Bouchard elects to go forward herself. A nice move, a slick move, and she tries to send it forward for Gabou Perron. It fooled Andrews, but didn't fool Cote. Good save. Melina Waugh sends that one on net, deflected by Bouchard, but deflected wide. Here's Eunice Thibault. We haven't seen much of her in the first period as Bouchard takes that puck in offside as it was Bouillon slow getting back. GG's looking to tie this one up. GG's themselves not afraid to play in close games. Only 3 of their games this season have been separated by more than 1 goal. This face-off won by the Ravens, but a hard forecheck put on by Megan McGaughey. So GG's try and win it back and pin it deep in the Ravens zone. Wooters runs into McLean. And that one rolls along the boards, and we're going to get a penalty here. This one is going to go to number 16, Hannah Dina Vitzer, for slashing. So the GGs get their 4th power play opportunity of the night. They haven't been able to cash in earlier, but have had a couple of good opportunities. They've had good zone time the whole time, but just tight box being played by the Carleton Ravens, frustrating the University of Ottawa. Alex Drouin loses this draw as now the puck, after she recovers it, is back to the point now with Bouillon. Bouillon, Waugh, Drouin, Birkby, and Garreau on the ice for the University of Ottawa. Drouin down to Birkby. Birkby tries to lift it. That one slides across the crease. All kinds of trouble for Cote, but that one stays out. Back to the point for Waugh. Waugh slides it over to Drouin. Leah Scott back out there, covers her, but quickly moved over to a University of Ottawa player in Bouillon, and then Mitchell will send this one the length of the ice. Minute 20 through. Once again, a long pass by DeBook finds Birkby, but that one just didn't have enough power on it, and the Ravens were able to get back. They once again almost got caught on a change. Especially keep in mind the long change in effect. Here's Kaya Vai, just took a penalty that the Ravens were unable to capitalize on, try to make them pay on this penalty, on this power play. Kaya Vai twisting and turning is able to get it over to Dodlan. Dodlan moves it over to Bouchard. Trying to shift it on low as she does. There's Gabou Perron. Andrews over to cover. Gabou Perron slowly, she fans on a centering pass as that net looks like it's off, but the ref will go over to tack it on. The GGs almost had a good opportunity there, but good goalkeeping there by Cote, and this one remains scoreless. Hard clearing opportunity there for Simkowski, but good covering there by Kaya Vai as Leah Scott was almost in all alone. Here's Garreau. Stops up, tries to send a centering pass, intercepted by Mitchell. 15 seconds left to go on the Dina Vitzer slashing penalty, and this one comes out to center, and as the GGs carry it in over the line. There's 5 seconds left to go, and that one will be sent the length of the ice. Ravens will get a change in, and that'll do it for the power play. Kaya Vai slowly in, and they try that stretch pass once again, and that one touched over the line by Megan Wilson, who collided with Beth Ann Wilson. And the Ravens are offside. We'll have a good laugh about that one. High spirits for the Carleton Ravens, seeing they lead 1-0 here at the Mintos Sports Complex. 10 minutes, 43 seconds through the second period as we approach the halfway mark of this game. Here's Aubin. She has Todd and Clavel with her. Doesn't see it as the Ravens get back once again. Look how low the Ravens are playing here. And that one comes up to Bouillon. Pointmen have definitely been active for the University of Ottawa. Just haven't been able to get anything through on net as Brashera comes in over to clean up. Bouillon sends that puck cross ice to Tremblay. And Wilson now tries to get that puck through center. That one, they say, got a deflection in off of a body in the crowd, and they blow down and they wave off the icing. And here's Bouillon now breaking out for the University of Ottawa. Up to Clavel. Clavel has Todd on the underlap, to borrow a term from soccer. Clavel tries to center that one. Not sure if it was a shot or a pass. Either way, it goes over the net and in behind. Andrews collects. Saucer pass over to Carly Wooters. Tries to get a step on Krasinski. Looking up, finds Dina Vitzer, who moves it on over to her teammate, but good physical play there by Krasinski. Wins the puck for the University of Ottawa, and a hooking call coming to Wooters. She'll go back to the box for the second time tonight. Devan was cutting through the middle of the ice, and as DeBook gets off the ice, they could have got caught for too many men there, but they'll say DeBook got back just in time, and the GGs have an extended power play, 6-on-5, but as Dina Vitzer touches up, Wooters will go to the box, and the GGs have their 5th power play opportunity of the night. Ravens haven't been bit on the special teams yet. Will this be the opportunity for the University of Ottawa GGs? Interesting to see what Chelsea Grills does here. Not a lot working for her team, as especially on the last timeout, they barely were able to register a shot. But it's the same unit out there. Birkby, Drouin, and Filion, with Waugh and Bouillon on the point. Board battle with Beth Ann Wilson. That one comes out to the captain, Waugh. Backhander over to Drouin. Down low to Filion. Filion will circle and is collided into by Drouin there. And here comes Beth Ann Wilson. That's just rusty play by by Alex Drouin. As I mentioned, first game back after a lengthy absence. And a coming together there. Here's Bouillon over the line being harassed by Wilson. She gives a firm shove back, and both players collapse to the ice. Wilson tries to cover it up with her body in the corner, delays something. Stick knocked out of the hand, and once again, Gigi's going to go back to the box. It was Filion in there. I don't know if it's going to be slashing or body contact. They're going to call it for boarding. So that does it for the Gigi's power play. A minute 9 seconds left on the clock, and at least Filion will go to the box for boarding. So as I mentioned, a minute 9 left. A minute 9 of 4-on-4 action here before Carly Wooters will step out of the box, and the Ravens will go to the power play. Face-off won by the Gigis, and Kaya Vai is able to move it on to Gabu Perron. She mishandles it, though, and Simkowski will try and get it deep. Here's Bouillon now, or Dodlan rather, shifting past a couple of Ravens, and she is over the zone, over the line. Here's Gabu Perron. She tries to raise it, but good glove save there by Cote. That glove has been active in this game, and it's another good glove save for Cote. This face-off to her right will come. 45 more seconds left to go on the Carly Wooters slashing call. Scramble drawn. Gabu Perron with a nice toe drag. Sends it in front. Melody Bouchard looking for her first point in 2 games. Sends it into the 5-hole of Cote, but is able to get that stick down. Bouchard back on the back check. Is able to win that puck back, but good back checking there by Simkowski wins it. Gabu Perron closed by Simkowski. And out with it now is McNeil. Nicole McNeil slowly advancing through center. She has Merrick, who will stretch to stay onside, and the referees will say that they just did. Ravens trying to get a wholesale change in. A miscommunication there as Dodlan would have been free. Here's Bouchard. Sending it in the middle, looking for deflection on its way through by Dodlan, and the Gigis are officially on the penalty kill now as Carly Wooters steps out of the box, and the Ravens will have 35 seconds of power play time with just under 7 minutes left to go in the second period. That one, a pass looking for Jenna Moret, but it's deflected into the Carleton bench, and we'll get a face-off outside of the zone. 30 seconds left to go on the Alice Filion boarding penalty until the teams are back out to even strength. As we mentioned, Jenna Moret is one of the lone bright spots for Carleton University in a year and rather a extended period of time where they've struggled as a program. Moret currently leading all rookies in scoring on that team, 2 goals, 2 assists. Tremblay will send that one deep, and Wooters will be first to that one. Waugh slowed up and allowed the Ravens to get in and establish zone time. Here's Jenna Moret. Slides it down to Tremblay, who tried to roof it on Dubuc, and she'll slam away at it, and Bouillon will push her man onto the goalkeeper, and they're going to get Bouillon. It looks like they're going to get Bouillon for the extras. She took exception to Tremblay, and Filion stepped out of the box, and the Gigis once again will go back to the kill. A roughing call for Bouillon. The Gigis are killing once again. Bouillon took exception to Tremblay going in and digging after Dubuc had put her glove on it, and she got a little bit too over-anxious and knocked over Tremblay. Once again, the Gigis killing, as I mentioned. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the second period. The Gigis trailing this one 1-0 as here's Dino Witzer. Shot from the point goes wide. Scrambles out. Dina Witzer steps into that one, blocked on its way through. I think that one hit the body of Kaya Vai, and she's able to send that one down the length of the ice. Nervy moments there. It was Dina Witzer who initially fanned on her first shot. It was sitting lazily in the slot, and it was poked into her path by Birkby. And until she settled under it and took a hard shot that didn't make its way through. This one established in the zone once again by the Carleton Ravens by Dina Witzer. On it now is Kaya Vai. She's being harassed by Bouillon. And her weak clearing opportunity goes under the foot of Beth Ann Wilson and down the length of the ice. A minute left to go on the roughing penalty to Bouillon. Here comes Megan Wilson, number 7 for the Carleton Ravens, going to look to go around the net, but took a shot on net and it could cost them. Here's Gabou Perron. A 2-on-3 for the University of Ottawa. A shot spilled by Cote. She didn't know it. That one lazily onto the net there by Gabou Perron, and Cote thought she had that puck covered up, but squirted out into the corner now as that's where the puck rests. 20 seconds left to go on the roughing penalty. Here's Jenna Moret, controlled by Melody Bouchard as she'll make her way, shifting through a couple of Ravens. And here's Gabou Perron, got the puck knocked off her stick, and another board battle ensues as precious seconds tick away from the University of Ottawa penalty, as they'll blow that play dead with 2 seconds left to go on the clock on the roughing penalty to Bouillon. But as this one will come down far away from the University of Ottawa net, that'll be just enough time. The penalty will expire before any opportunity comes about. And big credit to Gabou Perron, who had a massive individual effort there on the penalty kill, just putting that puck and pinning it against the boards a couple of times, including one shot on the penalty kill. So as Bouillon steps out, Megan McGaughey steps back onto the ice. And the team's back to 5-on-5. Here's Merrick. She has Mitchell with her. Little backhand saucer pass over to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to find Merrick once again, but that puck only ends up in the corner. Closed off is Kaya Vai trying to break out of the zone, and the Ravens back on it. Andrews just sends this one to the near side for Daudelin to chase the arms up, but it won't have the legs for it. So here's Daudelin. Fans on the puck. It's picked up by Jade Todd. Jade Todd over the line. She'll take a shot. A floater that's blockered into the far wall by Marie-Yves Coutet. Puck bounces over the stick of a Carleton Raven, and in onto the forecheck is Jade Todd. Jade Todd, a very speedy player, and she was able to beat Kolika to the puck. Good stick lift there by Aubin, but it comes to naught as out come the Carleton Ravens. Krasinski, though, establishes possession and is handled in the center of the ice and back and forth, and Doherty will settle on it for the Carleton Ravens, and then it's sent in deep by Dina Vitzer and collected by Krasinski. Hard forecheck here by the Carleton Ravens as they win this puck back. Back to Wilson. Carleton Ravens number 2 sends that one deep and misplayed by Dubuc. It ends up in the corner. Here's Carly Wooters. Has her pocket picked by Birkby. Until a miscommunication finally gets that puck out of the zone for the University of Ottawa. Here's Birkby. At the end of a long shift, she backhands that one and then is taken out by the referee. It's been one of those games for Catherine Birkby. Clearing opportunity goes off Drouin, and Birkby sends that one deep. Brachera only finds the stick of Filion, the very dangerous rookie for the University of Ottawa, looking like the likely successor to Melody Bouchard. They both have 10 points in as many games. Filion now on it, and take her time with it until sending it deep. Looking for Drouin. Drouin closed off by Beth Ann Wilson. Garreau falls down, nothing coming as the puck out through center by Jenna Moret. Jenna Moret in all alone as her team needs a change. She tries to put on the moves, but can't. Hard pass eludes Garreau and will go the whole way. Simkowski turns and fires, finds Megan Wilson. She moves it up to Bouillon. Bouillon cutting across is able to elude the check of Daudelin, but loses the puck in the process. And here's Daudelin once again. Gigi's number 17 has been a standout for the program since she joined a couple of years ago. I'll always remember the pairing she had with Cassidy Herman. They were absolute dynamite. The two of them went to the All-Star game Daudelin rather, was a second-team All-Star, while Cassidy Herman was a first-team All-Star, if my memory serves me right. As here's Bouillon rather. She takes it outside on Kaya Vai. Her centering pass looking for Tremblay. Couldn't find her as Tremblay never made the cut to the nets. It's been an All-Star since she got here as Daudelin rather. As now her efforts will get the puck out of her own zone, and here's Gabou Perron. She just dumps that one on past Andrews and chases it, noticing that she's in all alone, and she's muscled off the puck there by Andrews. A smart physical play there, and as time ticks down, we have 5 seconds left to go in the second period here. It was another good period by the Carleton Ravens, where they didn't really give the University of Ottawa much offensively as they lead this one 1-0, just trying to frustrate their crosstown rivals as we head into the third period here. So as I mentioned, 1-0 for the Carleton Ravens in this one. In about 15 minutes' time, we'll be back for the third and final period, where the University of Ottawa will try and get a goal. They desperately need one and have really struggled over the past 2 games to score one. Don't go anywhere. 15 minutes from now, we'll be back with third period action on OUA TV. Welcome back to the Minto Sports Complex. We're just about a minute and a half away from puck drop in this third period. The University of Ottawa are currently trailing the Carleton Ravens by a scoreline of 1-0, and what a win this would be for Carleton if they can beat their crosstown rivals, the University of Ottawa GGs. They only have 2 wins on the year. Get this, against the Concordia Stingers, the undefeated in regulation Concordia Stingers. They currently sit 9-0-1 at the top of the RSEQ standings, and their other win coming against the third place McGill, the McGill Martlets, the team that the University of Ottawa are currently trailing and in hot pursuit of. GG's only 2 points behind them. McGill ended 2019 4-3-2. The GG's 4-5-1. As we wait for the puck to be dropped here, we see Melody Bouchard step out on the ice once again, and this time she's playing in Kaya Vai's defensive role right there off the face-off, trying to get a step into that one. If that puck could have been won cleanly there. Set play by the GGs comes to no avail as Dodland circles back behind her net. There's a broken stick out there. Or it's a net guard, rather, down on the ice. So no broken stick as Kaya Vai tries to advance through center and sends that one on. That the net guard of Jenna Moret. She heads off to the bench and making way for Tremblay. This one circled around behind the Ravens net, and this one up to Bouillon. Bouillon has a step on Dodlin. Uses her good body position, and there's Tremblay. That one just hit Dubuc. Bechera has another opportunity at it, but just sends that one into the corner for Tremblay. Beth Ann Wilson sends that one way high as Bechera's over to collect it. Sends that one around, and here's Bouillon. She leaves it for Beth Ann Wilson. Shot blocked in front on its way, and it bounces out dangerously in front. No shot, though, as Gabou Perron collects it and leaves it for Dodlin. Dodlin, feature on the top unit this year for the University of Ottawa, and basically has since she joined the program. Playing with Kaya Vai, the partnership between them has been big key to success for the University of Ottawa this season. GG's reached as high as third at one point this season, looking to get back there, as we mentioned, in hot pursuit of the McGill Martlets, who are currently taking on the Montreal Carabins. Doesn't help that the GG's lost both games against those two teams to end 2019, looking to get back into winning ways in 2020. This their 20th season as a varsity program, the University of Ottawa GG's. Miscontrolled in the corner there by Alex Drouin. And on her second bite of the cherry, she gets that puck up into the neutral zone now. That, though, under the check of Leah Scott, and she'll win it back for the Carleton Ravens until it's turned over. Filion sends it into the corner, and here's Kolika. Her no-look pass finds Doherty. She's harassed by Birkby and forced backwards. Here's Kolika once again up to Doherty. Pym gets her pocket picked. A lot of popping peas there as a board battle ensues once again. This time won by the Ravens. Shot on net by McNeil. Corralled by Dubuc, and we'll get a whistle here. 17 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the third period. A third period where the GGs need at least one to send this one into the extra frame. Offense hasn't been the problem for the University of Ottawa so far, as we mentioned, currently besting the second best offense in the division. That though, a long way off Concordia. Concordia, 34 goals scored in the first half of the season. University of Ottawa, 23, so quite a gulf there. As that one played out to center, Megan McGoggy wins that one for the GGs, and here's McLean back on it. Pass that Pym just pushes down into the GG's zone, and here's Krasinski with the long stretch pass up to McGoggy, who will just chip this one in. She's at the end of a long shift, and in goes the ever tenacious McLean. Magagi trying to win that puck back for the University of Ottawa. Her opposite number for the Ravens, though, disrupted that. And here she is once again. Beth Ann Wilson sends that one into the GG zone. Dodlan collects. Cuts out in front of her net. That cost Melina Waugh earlier in the game. It was Claire Merrick who picked Melina Waugh's pocket as she was trying to break out of the zone. Shot that one past Ariel Dubuc, and that's how things stand here. 1-0 game. Oban is down on the ice as a board battle ensues once again, and somehow that puck squeaks loose. Jenna Moret tries to elude the check of Christine Dodlin, but stronger stick there by Dodlin wins out, and she's back on it now, looking to break out. A nice saucer pass to Clavel, and out come the GGs. The Ravens have done a good job of really trapping up the neutral zone, haven't allowed the GGs to get into their zone with much speed, much pace, and can't speak of an odd man rush that I've thought of. Here's Tremblay now for the Ravens. It's just been a good defensive game from these Ravens as they're back on the puck now in the offensive zone. That one down low for Tremblay. She had Megan Wilson going to the net, elected to go to the point. That one hit Bouchard on the way through, and a dangerous bouncing puck finds its way to the corner, and it's collected by Garreau. Garreau leaves it for Bouillon, who moves it on to Bouchard. The GG's trying to get out with some speed, and a stretch pass for Garreau eludes her, and that one will go for icing. They're going to drag Jade Todd back out onto the ice. As they say, she didn't get the change in enough time, and a couple of tired GGs out there. The Ravens have been swarming early on in this period. 14 minutes, 58 seconds to go in this third period. The Ravens lead 1-0. Bouchard is tossed from the draw. They'll say she got a little over-anxious there, and Jade Todd comes in. And a scrambled draw is collected by Melina Waugh. Bouillon misplays that puck and only finds a Raven trying to send that one through the center of the ice. But it works. Jade Todd, just at the end of a shift, just tried to jump into her own bench. As Mitchell misplays the puck, she would have had a great opportunity to just take a shot there on Dubuc. Missed pass there from the GG, something that's hampered them all game. Gabuperon, no nonsense, just gets this puck out of the zone. And now she'll chase after it. McNeil tries to make a couple of moves, and here's Merrick, the goal scorer. Firm stick check by Gabu-Perron separates Merrick from the puck. And the GGs once again have an opportunity to break out now. Gabu-Perron looks up, finds Krasinski jumping up in the play. Melody Bouchard tries to take a shot. It's blocked by Bechera. Gabu-Perron pinned to the boards now by Bechera. Bouchard emerges victorious, trying to center it for Birkby. Her pass only finds its way to the center of the ice. Here's Krasinski, all the way back in her own zone. Firm pass over to Birkby, who cut in and leaves the puck for Gabu-Perron. Her turnover is corralled by Bechera, who moves it over to Beth Ann Wilson. Looking for Dina Vitzer, misplays her pass, and Vi will send it right back down. Bechera turns that puck over. Here's Birkby. Birkby takes a shot. Good save there by Cote. Fillion, a long shot there, always going into the corner. GG's trying to get a change in, and that puck closed over by Kaya Vi. Dina Vitzer gets a stick in, though, and the Ravens try and collect the puck in the GG zone. Here's Dodlan for the University of Ottawa. It's checked hard by Bouillon and forced backwards. Major storyline of this game has been that the University of Ottawa just haven't been able to capitalize on their power play opportunities. They're 0 for 5 on the day. The Carleton Ravens not much better, 0 for 3. But you really think that a special teams goal would have helped the University of Ottawa. Kaya Vi of the Northwest Territories loses the puck in her feet, but is only able to get it to the line. And Bouillon sends it deep. Good attentive pass there by Dodland. Springs Magagi. She has McLean coming in support. A good stick move from Magagi, but her centering pass hits a leg and goes off into the sidewall. Good defensive play there. A number of Ravens back there to defend, but here's Magagi once again. Vital stick in there by Nicole McLean. Gigi's forced out of the zone once again. Here's the captain, Melina Waugh, over the zone. Not much help to speak of. She has Aubin in, who goes to try and nip the puck off McNeil. They're able to do so. And a dangerous pass there. Mitchell in and around the area, but Waugh is able to send it in deep, looking for Aubin, but the puck turned over once again. Todd stands up at the line. That puck, though, off her body, preventing the odd man rush, and a good athletic play there from Merrick to prevent an icing call, but can't control the puck. Here's Clavel. 11 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in the third period. Viviane Devin. Over to Krasinski. Quickly moved to Clavel. Clavel dumps it into the corner, looking for Jade Todd to chase. Beth Ann Wilson, though, the first player over there, and the first player in a red shirt. Bashir will trip over the net. Wilson's pass to her connects, though, with Jenna Moret. Good defensive play there, though, by Clavel. And here's Todd. Jade Todd advancing through center. Stood up at the line. We saw Kaya Vai called for a similar play earlier, but the arms stay down, and Dina Vitzer back on the puck for Carleton. That one, though, will go the length of the ice, but it's on net, so the clock keeps ticking away. Gigi's in a race against the clock as much as they're in a race against the Ravens. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to go as McLean cuts through the middle of the ice, but she's dispossessed by a Carleton Raven. And that a bouncing puck miscontrolled by both Valle and Bouillon, so the Gigi's got a break there and reestablish possession. That one behind McLean as she tried to take a shot. Bouillon with a between-the-legs pass, looking for Tremblay, only finds Vi, but Vi's dumping opportunity finds Tremblay. Tremblay's in all alone. Tremblay, one move, two move, and it's into the back of the net. She slides it 5-hole on Ariel Dubuc, and a play that really came out of nothing there goes in the back of the net. A good counter-attacking goal for the Carleton Ravens in this one at 2-0 now, in the lead ever closer, the lead ever larger for the Carleton Ravens as Tremblay picks up the Ravens' second goal. And just like that, with 10 minutes, 5 seconds left to go, the Ravens lead by 2. It's a nice goal from Tremblay on the breakaway. That'll serve as Tremblay's second goal of the year and her 5th point. It was a nice pass by Bouillon to spring her free. She blocked a dump-in opportunity from Kaya Vai and sent Tremblay back the other way. Tremblay has been a thorn in the side of the University of Ottawa all game, and finally coming up good and back out on the ice is the first line. Here's Leah Scott. Tries to center it, only finds Elise Fillon in a gray shirt. McNeil will dump that puck in. So we're just getting confirmation of the goal, but I believe it will be Bouillon from Tremblay. Here's Fillon, though. An interception mishandled there by Wooters, but that one deflected up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off. The GGs really haven't had any offensive zone time and really any offensive threat since the first period. It's been a great defensive game from the Carleton Ravens as they look to pick up only their 3rd win of the season. As here's Gabou Perron centering it for Bouchard, and that one blocked by Moret. Contributes offensively and defensively, does the first year. And the GG's forced back into their own zone. Nervy moments there, but a pass sold short for Garreau is collected by Beth Ann Wilson. Good turn by Carly Wooters, and she'll dump the puck in at the end of a shift. GG's back to collect. 8 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the 3rd period. The GG's now need 2 if they're gonna send this one into the extra frame, and 3 if they want to win. They really haven't had much offensive opportunities in this game, and they'll need to start generating some. Cote out to collect it and moves it over to Bouillon. She looks up trying to find Megan Wilson. And the puck comes out to the goal scorer, Tremblay. She miscontrols it, and Kaya Vai will hammer that one only as far as Andrews. And Tremblay will send it the rest of the way. Garreau pressured by a couple of red shirts, but here's Bouchard. She fans on a pass The pass intended to find Jay Todd finds McNeil. And a clapper from the top of the zone, easily controlled by Ariel DeBook. And here's Clavel. Cross-ice pass to Jade Todd. She has Aubin, but she miscontrols it. She had one eye on the net and one eye on the puck and was sold short. Clavel over in support, but the Ravens able to get the puck out. Dodlan stands up Leah Todd, but here's Merrick in all alone. Tries to put a cut on Kaya Vai, and Kaya Vai is having none of that. She'll stand her man up. And that puck is into the corner now. Leah Scott going to work. Couple of GGs over there and killing some vital minutes here. 7 minutes left to go in the third period here. The GGs need to get that puck in the offensive zone. You feel they need one soon. Bashara pinching in all the way in the corner there. The steady defenseman all the way up. And the GGs emerge victorious from that puck battle. Jade Todd thrown to the ice there. A heavy check from Beth Ann Wilson. GG's trying to be careful not to get caught with too many. As here's Bouillon fighting off Dina Vitzer. Bouillon is having quite a good game for herself. Gabou Perron shifts past another player having a good game. Tries to send that one on net. Blocked by Wilson. In behind the net now, and she's closed off by a couple of Ravens. Close support has been an issue all game for the University of Ottawa as that one comes out to the point. Melina Waugh didn't get as much on it as I think she would have wanted to, and as she then sends that one deep into her own zone as the Ravens then complete a change. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left to go, and here's Bouchard. As we mentioned, pointless in her last two. GG's have only scored one goal in her last two. She goes hard to the net, and here comes the physicality. Ravens taking exception there to the snow shower that Cote got, but no extras coming. As a face-off to Cote's right. Will be quickly approaching. It'd be interesting to see if Chelsea Girls decides to load up that top line, throw Fillon with Bouchard and Garreau as the linesman just has a quick conversation with Chelsea Girls about something. Not too sure what she's taking exception to. As Krasinski comes all the way over there, missing a point man now for the University of Ottawa. As Chelsea Girls furious on the point. Or confused on the GG's bench, rather. I'm not too sure as to what. But either way, the puck is dropped, and the Ravens have the puck once again. Tremblay trying to get the puck out of the zone is finally able to. To the stick of Megan Wilson, number 7, has been all over the place for the Ravens. She tries the shot. It's blocked by Krasinski. The puck into the air in the GG's corners. Bouchard tries to lay it off for Krasinski. Gets her pocket picked, and Semkowski, as the puck tried to escape the zone, hammers that one deep. Devian Devin. Long stretch pass looking for Megan McGaughey. Finds only an icing call, and that puck coming all the way down. Chelsea Girls wants another conversation with an official. She's furious on the University of Ottawa's bench. Clearly unhappy about a prior call. So we take a look back at the goal scorers. We have the initial goal scorer in Merrick on the ice lining up on the right here as Scott faces off with Bouchard, and Bouchard wins that one cleanly. It was a goal. It was a very nicely worked goal. It was a hard-working goal from Merrick. She just picked the pocket of Melina Waugh as Bouchard cuts in over the line. She tries to step around her man, but only sends that puck into the corner. And the other goal scored just moments ago at the 10-minute mark by Tremblay. Dump in blocked by Bouillon, and Tremblay the beneficiary of a long stretch pass that found her way nicely onto Tremblay's stick. She made a couple of nice moves and then slid it 5-hole on DeBook. Nothing DeBook could have done there. So with 5 minutes, the University of Ottawa trail by 2. They've only been shut out once, have the University of Ottawa. That puck through the middle, looking for McLean just in front of her. She would have been in all alone. Here's Dina Vitzer. University of Ottawa won the only meeting between these two teams earlier in the season. So it looks like the Ravens on pace to return the favor. That one in the feet of Dina Vitzer, but a good kick move up to her skates. Gets that puck into the corner for Wooters. Back to the point by the Ravens, and a scramble ensues. That puck is still loose. A couple of whacks was taken at it by Hannah Dinovitzer, but good positioning there by Auriel Dubuc. Dinovitzer settles back on it. Into the middle for Wooters, and Wooters can't get that puck through a number of sticks, and the GGs get the puck out, but this isn't what they need. They're spending too much time in their own defensive zone, as we mentioned, trailing by 2. That one, a long shot there by Andrews into the glove of Auriel Dubuc, and she'll freeze up. 4 minutes to go in this game. GGs need a lifeline. As I mentioned, the GGs only scored 1 goal in their past 2 games. They desperately need one here. Scoring has cooled off a bit. Elise Fillon hasn't scored in a couple of games. Melody Bouchard, as I mentioned on a number of times, hasn't scored in 2 games. As now the Carleton bench having a word with the official. Pierre-Alain on the Ravens bench, clearly upset about something. Chelsea Grills is looking to use this time to talk it over with her captain, as Pierre-Alain now approaches us to have an extended conversation with the officials. I'm confused as to what the hubbub is about here, but nonetheless, we'll be underway shortly. We mentioned the play of Marie Cote. She took over between the pipes on November 15 from Alexandre Lemain, as that puck is going to come all the way back down to the other end for the face-off. Smart play here by Chelsea Girls, and it's just a play where you got to know the rules, and one where she'll take advantage. She noticed that the Carleton Ravens had 4 players with the assistant captain letter on their sweater, and it's a smart play. She didn't whistle it right off the start. She waited until her team needed a power play, and as Hockey Canada rules state, it's a 2-minute penalty, so the Ravens will be shorthanded here, and it's just a smart play by Chelsea Girls to notice that and then flag it. 4 minutes left to go. This could be a game-altering move. One might call it the TSN turning point, as the GGs get their 6th power play opportunity. Thank you to Cameron Penny for the quick analysis right there and running it over to the booth to inform everybody what's going on. And the GGs, just like that, have a power play with 4 minutes left to go. GGs have had a late dramatic win. They scored one later, very late. They scored one with 0.6 seconds earlier in the year. That game came against Montreal. And the GGs will look for some power play magic once again. Here's Melody Bouchard. Daudelin. That puck into the netting. Hard shot there by Daudelin. It was blocked on its way through by Mitchell. And we'll get another face-off. So just to go over once again what is going on in this game. It's a smart play, but it's a smart. It's really smart from Chelsea Girls. She noticed the Carleton Ravens had 4 assistant captains, and Hockey Canada states that you can't have 4 assistant captains. She waited until the right time when her team needed a penalty, flagged it to the officials, and the Ravens went off to the box. Waugh moves it quickly over to Bouchard. Bouchard looking for .95 on her University of Ottawa career. Into the middle now by Gabu Perron. She looks skyward. No GG could get a stick on that one, as Melina Waugh heads back to her own defensive zone to get things reset. Minute 15 left to go on the Ravens penalty, and miscommunication there. Daudelin had the puck kicked off her stick by Melody Bouchard, and Bouchard will try and get things going back the other way. She's over the line now and looks to get set up. She's Waugh at the point, elects to go down low to Gabu Perron. A little give and go between Daudelin and Gabu Perron. Here's Daudelin. Over to Waugh, back to Daudelin. Bouchard now takes her time with it. We haven't seen a Melody Bouchard one-timer yet this year. She's so known for that. She'll sneak right down low, and she's at the dot calling for it now. Daudelin will send it over, and there's the one-timer. Blocked bravely by Andrews. 30 seconds left to go, and just as I mentioned, the Melody Bouchard one-timer, it's always a threat. And there she uses it to good effect, but it's blocked by Andrews. Semkowski first to that dump in, kept in by Bouillon, a spin move to get past Mitchell. Down low to Fillon, Alice Fillon. Moves it over to Bouchard. Dubuc remains in the net with 7 seconds left to go in the power play. Daudelain takes a hard shot on. It's blocked by a Raven. They've done a really good job of getting in the lanes, and just like that, the Raven steps out of the box, and the GG's power play has expired. So it's 0-6 on the night for the University of Ottawa, something that's really hamstrung them this year. Bouchard's still pinned over there. Daudelain peels off for a change when she was really needed most. Bouchard now in a battle. Good zone time for the University of Ottawa. She sends that one on. Nice save. Spread eagle down in her net is Cote. She's able to keep that one out somehow. Gabou Perron caught that puck in the slot. Bouillon tries to take a shot. Her shot always going wide. Fillon, a puck still loose. And that one covered up by Cote. And you can hear her teammates giving their seal of approval there as Cote was down and out once again, but she's able to get the glove on it. And even the Ravens players over here, the Scratch is really proud of her captain. They had a couple of Ravens stand up, and unfortunate there from the University of Ottawa. You really felt like they needed one. And with 1 minute and 26 seconds left to go in this game, the GGs need one almost immediately. They currently trail by 2. That one just sent in the general direction of the net. No GG could establish possession, and Dubuc has left the net, so it's 6-on-5 for the University of Ottawa. As there's Garreau battling with Dina Witzer. And there's Beth Ann Wilson. She'll try and pin it. Good stick there by Garreau. Magagi tried to center it, but Dina Witzer is able to smuggle it off into the corner. Bouillon will take a long shot. Hits a couple of bodies on the way through and lands nicely for Jade Todd. Todd tries to send it down low for Magagi. Dina Witzer first to it. She'll pin it. 48 seconds left to go in this game. Dina Witzer down on the ice. No one knows where the puck is. The GGs need a goal. 40 seconds left to go. Dina Witzer down below her net. Tries to just pin it. She's taken hard to the ice by Jade Todd. 35 seconds left to go. Magagi tries to center it. Desperation now from the GGs. They just need to get the puck to the front of the net. 30 seconds left to go. Turning and firing is McLean. Garreau sends that one in behind. 20 seconds left to go. Taking her time with it was Bashera, and with 15 seconds left to go, the GGs have to win this puck, get it in front, and hope for a miracle. McLean centers it through the blue paint. 8 seconds left to go. Bouillon will take a wicked shot, and just like that, the Carleton Ravens will win their 3rd game of the year against the University of Ottawa GGs. Not the way they wanted to start off 2020, but exactly how the Ravens wanted to. The high-flying Carleton Ravens kept every game close. This is the first game in 6 that it wasn't decided by 2 goals, and the Ravens emerged victorious in this one. Goals from Merrick and Tremblay. The difference in this one, and the Carleton Ravens will be the victors. GGs will have to buck up as they head to the currently the best team in the whole of the RSEQ, 9-0-1 Concordia Stingers, to play them this weekend. That game goes on Saturday at Ed McConnell Arena. And this one just a disheartening one. It was a good defensive game from the Carleton Ravens. You really can't take that away from them. They didn't let the University of Ottawa get anything, and then when they were pressing hard, they were able to hit them on the counterattack and score their second. It was a nice move by Tremblay to get that second goal, and just frustration for the University of Ottawa. Melody Bouchard hasn't gotten a point in 3 games. Their big names don't show up tonight, and the GGs fall. For Declan DeBarb, that'll be this edition of women's hockey here at the Minto Sports Complex. Keep in mind the University of Ottawa GGs travel up to Ed McConnell Arena to take on the Concordia Stingers. That game goes on Saturday. They'll be back next weekend for their set of games. Make sure to check GG's TV for all GG's listing, including the other games that this team plays. For Declan DeBarb, have a good night.